Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mediumcore. Just starting here over by the pond, taking in the surroundings, and I have big plans. What I want to do today is at least start a larger build. I want to build right over here a large tavern. Is this the center? Yeah, this is the center. So I want to build a large tavern. And then another side building over here connected to it with a little arch. So that's what I want to do today. And I know it's going to be quite large because I have a design in mind kinda similar to this, but not exactly. So I'm just gonna get started and see how that turns out, because hopefully this looks rather good. And I know as far as block palette, it's obviously going to be similar to this and all the other builds, because I'm using the same block palette pretty much. And it's going to be quite large, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out, because I've wanted to build that since I started this world. So I'm going to start building, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I've got the first floor of the tavern completed. It's going to look kind of like that building with the structure. So this is just the first floor. It's going to be a really large building, but this is to represent the inn. And over here, it's supposed to be ale, but it's a bottle of honey from bees. But it's supposed to be ale to represent the tavern. We got some flowers here. Unfortunately, the sunflowers face the wrong way. Nothing I can really do about that. But they still kind of look like nice tall plants. So yeah, just some minor detailing in the front. It's not terribly wide, but it's quite large, and it's going to be even bigger when it's finished. This is just kind of running around. I'll put more detailing into it when I'm finished, but this is what I've got so far. This is going to be an absolutely massive building, and I cannot wait to see how it turns out. So this is just the first level. I'm going to have 2 levels in the middle, and then 3 levels on the sides, kind of having top towers on each side. So I think it's gonna look good, and then I'll build the other building over here. So that's my progress report on the massively large inn/tavern. Okay, so a lot of work has been put in off camera, and this is what's come out of it. This is not even near completion. I still have this entire other building area to do with the bridge over. But this is what it looks like. This is just the tavern itself, the inn and tavern itself. This took a lot of resources and a lot of work. The hardest part was probably getting the roof design right, because it looks a bit wonky right now, but this was my 3rd or 4th roof design because of the way that this is. It was hard to get a roof design that really looked good. But I think the two areas kind of merging towards each other, I think it looks really nice. And with that contrasting gray look, I think it looks rather nice. It is currently at a desperate lack for an interior, and this entire wall will probably get knocked out to make the bridge. But it looks rather good as it stands right now. I also still have to do the path up to it. But a lot of work has been put into this, and I think it was definitely worth it. It is a massive build. I think I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's bigger than the library by a good amount. And it's definitely taken more resources. And I think it looks absolutely amazing. I am in love with this build. I think it's so good. I'm actually really proud of myself on this one. Like, that house, I was kind of disappointed with. That one I thought looked good. This one was pretty good, but it wasn't entirely my design. I took a lot of inspiration from different things. And this one I made all by myself, and I'm actually proud of it. I think it actually looks good. And I cannot wait to see how the rest of it looks when I build the interior in the other building. So, I'm going to get building, and I'll be right back. At long last, the outer shell is finally completed. So I got the little building over here. It's just simple, and then the little bridge walkway. I think it looks rather nice, and it ties in quite well with the build, and I rather like it. Still at a desperate lack for an interior, but that's the door to get over to the other area, and I'll do the interior, and I'll gather some materials to the interior, and then this build will be done. You may notice in the, I did have an unfortunate encounter with an Enderman. I was standing here digging out some of the grass because it was being moved around, so it was looking wonky, and he teleported right in front of my face, and then decided to be mad at me for it. So that didn't end well. So that was quite unfortunate. So I've only got 4 lives left, but that's better than nothing. So I've still got 4 lives left, and I can get that life back if I complete one of the special achievements. So we'll see how that goes. But so what I'm gonna do now is just gather the materials and finally do the interior for this thing. It is done. The entire thing is now completed. So I added a little chimney over there, and it doesn't look the greatest, but you'll see why it's important. But I added this little simple flower bed here. Fixed the path, because it looked a bit weird. I have this path coming through back between the two, leading back to this area of just like some barrels and stuff. This little bit right here will be grass. I'm just waiting for it to spread. And then inside, I've got a little carpet in the entryway, some little one-person chairs and tables, some cups, and a little bar over here with some more cups, and like kind of a cask of ale with a tap on it, and some larger tables over here, two-person tables and 4, right underneath the stairs. And then here, the rooms are a bit weird, just because of what I've had to do with them. I've had to use trapdoors for the walls, so for space, they all look the same. But I use trapdoors so I can make it the most space inside as possible. Just chests in every room. And then up here, there's a double bed, a barrel, and like a little wardrobe. Oops. And then the other rooms are the same. And then up here is the same as the other one, just mirrored. I used dark oak for the doors, just so it stood out from the walls, because I didn't want a door the exact same color as the walls. And then we got this nice red carpet in the middle, leading over the archway in here, and we've got, this is supposed to be like a massive like furnace smelter, and we've actually got our smoker in the back. For the tavern, this is where they cook their meats, and this is where they store them. So there's a barrel here filled with salt, and this is all the salted meat. Yeah. So that's the tavern, inn, and side building completed. I'm quite proud of this build. I think it ended up looking rather nice, and that's what the chimney's for. That aligns perfectly with that smoker furnace thing. So yeah, that's this massive build done. As of right now, I don't know what we're going to do in the next episode, but probably something similar to the pond, just like some beautification in the areas, especially around here. But yeah, 2 massive builds here now in the town square. I think it's coming together rather nice. So, on that positive note, that's all we're going to do for today's episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mediumcore, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.